All right, we're on. What's up, everybody? This is 90 Day Fiance, the Deep Dish, and I'm your host, Devrell Davis, along with my girlfriend, Nicole King.
Hi.
And we're here today to talk about 90 Day Fiance stuff. We're talking about everything from Happily Ever After, The Other Way, Pillow Talk, even 90 Day Strike Back, starring Ed and all the other people, Darcy and whatever else. So we just want to, pretty much, this is our first episode of this. We want to see how it goes. I know it's going to go well and successful. And, what we only ask for is that you leave us comments and stuff and questions if you want us, to answer anything or give our feedback or anything. Just leave it down in the comments and we'll get back to you and everything. So we're also doing a podcast, national podcast, along with the YouTube channel. So, if you hear us talk about things that can't be seen, it's because that's for the podcast. All right. So Nicole, so we just seen 2 episodes. We seen Happily Ever After, we seen The Other Way or whatever, this and that. We have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of different couples and everything, a lot of things going one way, a lot of things going the other way. Mm-hmm. Let's itemize everything and go by couple and everything, and talk about each couple and what's going on with them and what's...
I think we should start with Asuelu and Kalani, because I feel like they've had the biggest change
in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he went from being like lovable doofy to being like not a good guy.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty much pretty much most of these guys on the show, like a big mama's boy.
I don't think all of them are, but I feel like I feel like he's just a mama's boy when his mom is around. Like, I don't think he puts much thought into, like, I think he thinks of his family as a whole. Like, it's not just his mom. Like, I think he's big into family, which is great, but you can't put your family before, like, your wife and kids and their needs.
So he's big with his
like his
family
sibling.
from his siblings, mom, and stuff like that, but
yeah.
not big with his family, with his married family and everything. Because it seems like he doesn't put his kids as like the main priority. They're like a secondary feature in his life. They're not really like the big go-to thing that he's really like all about. Because you say he's about family, but technically he seems like he's not really into his kids and Kalani as much as he should be.
The kids, I feel like, because you only see this much of their life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he's good with the kids, but I don't think he's mature enough to be a husband. Hopefully he grows into that role, but
okay.
I don't know. He's sliding backwards very, very, very fast.
So you used to like Asuelu, and I think a lot of the people used to like Asuelu.
I really did.
A lot more than what he's projecting right now, but like now he's trending downward. So, the elephant in the room. What's up with that kiss that he gave his mom this week? That his mom gave him this week? You want to show the YouTube viewers the kiss that he gave his...
No, because then I think we'll be considered a porn.
Okay.
But I don't think it's a cultural thing, like he tried to say.
Did you see how he ran off?
And I didn't see his mom kiss the side of his face like he tried to say she kissed him here. It looked lip to lip. Like it looked like it looked like too much. Yeah. It was too long. Even if it was like a sometimes a grandma kiss is like a quick peck on the lips and then you're like on the other side. But he seemed very comfortable with it, but then annoyed that she got upset with it. So I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not from Samoa, so I don't know if that actually is a cultural thing, but it made me uncomfortable watching it on TV, so I could only imagine how she felt that was her husband, you know?
Yeah. So before they got back, so let's push back like 2 weeks ago, he said whatever he said in the car ride to California or wherever they was going. I think it's going to see Kalani's family.
When he called her a lying B-word?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he said whatever he said because he couldn't get on a trip to go with his family, to go see his family in Samoa because it cost too much and all this other stuff. And then the father was going to kick his butt, but the father pull back from doing all that stuff. And then they finally he finally like apologized to her and tell her like he's sorry for the way that he came across and all this other stuff.
But
and he's going to do better.
I don't think that the dad should have had to tell him to apologize. Like, he carried that on until the dad said something, and that's not right. But we also have to remember that he's 24 years old with 2 kids and a wife. Like, it's a lot for a 24-year-old to
He doesn't seem 24 maturity wise. Like, he seems like he could be like a little bit less than that. Maturity wise, he seems a lot slower than what he needs to be. But so it seemed like he said he's gonna change things, change certain ways. But then this show happened this Sunday right here, and then when she tried to pull him up about the way that he got kissed by his mom, he ran off and had a little tantrum. Oh, actually, sorry, because that's in the preview. So yeah, that was in the preview. So we watched the preview a lot.
The sneak peek.
The sneak peek on TLC. So you're gonna see it this week. So sorry for spoilers. We'll put that in.
I'm sure that they've seen it on Instagram already because it's such a main part of this episode that's coming up.
Yeah. So in this episode, we're gonna be spoilers. In this episode, he's gonna run off after Kalani pulls him. After his mom kisses the crap out of him, and then his wife pulls him up on how he's being kissed by his mom.
And she wasn't mean about it.
No,
like,
she
was not trying to embarrass him about it either. She was just trying to make him aware of, that's kind of intense how you kissed your mom.
Yeah.
But I think he gets defensive because he's used to her family, like, getting on him.
Yeah.
I think he feels like maybe she gets on him a little bit, but...
Yeah. Well,
I mean, as his wife, she should be able to bring up whatever she wants to talk to him about.
And talk to him about anything. So,
yeah.
So then that's it. So far, Asuelo's trending downward. Kalani's, they're kind of on the up and up. He promised he's going to do better. They still have little rifts and stuff like that. So far, they're just like, not really like going in either direction right now. I think it's just like level with them.
Right.
It could be better, but Kalani's trying her best. So let's move on. Let's move on to a different couple. So you want to go to somebody in the other way now? We could always go to Angela and Michael. Get that out the way.
There's so much to talk about them.
So are they gonna have a baby? Is she gonna have cancer? Knock on wood.
I mean, thankfully, she's okay with that. But I don't think she's ever going to be able to have a baby unless she gets a donor egg and, does the whole IVF thing and gets it implanted. But I don't think she's going to go through all that. I mean, she wants a baby that's, half hers. So the solution would be to unfortunately get her daughter to donate an egg. She's not open to that. She already said no, flat out.
No, they're not going to get a daughter. They're not going to get a family member.
No, because then I think Angela's so closed-minded to things like that. Like, she'll think getting a donor egg means that Michael has a baby with another woman. And then every day it's going to be on her mind. She's not going to love that baby as if it's her own, even if she does end up carrying
because she already is talking about just toting the baby instead of having the baby. She talks about the words that she uses, not like... I think
that's like a Southern thing, though. Like, I mean, it does. It sounds weird to us because we don't say that. Like, we would say, being pregnant, carrying the baby. And maybe a Southern thing that we're just not used to hearing. So it sounds weird to us.
That's true. So, the things with Michael and Angela, they have a cultural difference. They're never gonna
She needs to stop saying that she doesn't care about his culture, but that's highly disrespectful.
Yeah,
that's
not
a good thing at all.
Never gonna work.
And not a quality that you want in your wife either.
Yeah. Plus the age difference and everything like that. Him wanting the culture needs him to have a baby. Requires that he has the baby, especially the mom wants him to have the baby and before she passed and stuff like that.
Understandable. He has no kids.
So I can understand if he had one already with somebody else and then boom, he doesn't have that.
Right.
She has her kids already. She's content or whatever, and he doesn't have that to lean back on, so she's not understanding, like, hey, he wants to reproduce.
Yeah.
So she's not really respecting how he feels as a person in a way, and a lot of things she doesn't respect about him.
I don't think she cares. I don't think she cares how
he
feels
all about it. No, yeah. It's all about her.
I think she's older, so she may think that this is her last opportunity at love.
Yeah.
She may just be rushing down the aisle, but I feel like she doesn't actually want to be married to Michael as a whole. She wants to be married to the person that she feels like she can mold Michael into.
Yeah.
And he's only going to take so much. Like
this guy, all right, I'm sorry. He has no backbone. You have no backbone. You have no backbone at all. And I know I'm holding a little 6-pound chihuahua in my lap talking about you have no backbone. But you has no backbone. You get run over by her. It's only going to be worse when you come here and you have no grounds to stand on because you don't have the job yet. You're living under her roof and you have to obey by her rules. So if you want to deal with that, by all means, go ahead and be the lackey that you want to be over here in America.
But I think that's when he's going to put his foot down when he's homesick.
It's too late.
Yeah, it is going to be. It's going to be too late, but that'll be when he breaks. I think when he's over here and homesick and doesn't have his family to turn to. I think that's when he's gonna be like, you know what? Forget this. I'm going back to Nigeria, Lagos, wherever he's from. So
Lagos, Nigeria. So she dangles the green card in front of him all the time. How much worse do you think it's going to be when he get here to America? And we could do a whole episode of Michael and Angela by itself, but we're going to talk about other people. But we could do a whole episode on those two by themselves.
Because there's so much. She is emotionally unstable.
Well, all right. So, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you have your issue with your mom going on. And
then you shouldn't have...
You shouldn't have went over there right now with this stuff going on, your mom being as sick as she is. But she ended up going over there. And I think it's selfish to Mike, it's selfish to the mom, and she's not really being and it's selfish to the kids at home and the grandkids and all of the stuff that she went over there and left them with them. So I'm not bashing you, Angela, but I'm just saying, like, it could have been thought out a lot better, and the wedding could have been on hold a little bit longer.
But I think she's in such a rush to get married just to say that she married Michael. Because she's going against her age.
She's going against her. She's fighting her age.
Her clock, unfortunately, is already done.
Expired, yeah.
For her to have her own child. So I'm not sure what the rush to get married for. I mean, you could get married when you're 85. But she is convinced that
because me and you going to get married at 84. So it's so let's move on to like somebody else. Let's go back to we're gonna keep jumping back and forth. So let's go to somebody happily ever after. We're gonna go with Colt and Jesse, another person that we could do a whole episode on.
I actually prefer Larissa over Jess with Colt.
Wow. Let's get to Larissa in a little bit, but Jess and Colt. Okay, Jess would be age level as far as maturity is on the level where Swello. They would be a nice couple together, Jess and Swello.
No, because I think
I don't think Swello will have sexual energy enough to keep up with Jess.
He gets energy for anything.
But it's no. You know who Jess would be good with? Tim, that used to be with that's with Veronica. His sexual energy and Jess would go perfect. It would match.
No.
But Jess and Colt.
I think Colt's never gonna find love as long as he has his mom dictating his life. Because as much as he says, "Oh, I'm a man, I pay my own bills, I was married, blah blah blah," your mom still lives with you, or you still live with your mom, whatever the actual situation is. I understand that his dad died, but sometimes that happens, and it doesn't mean that you have to live with your mom again. I think that he needs to grow up. That's really all it is. He has to grow up. He even talks sometimes like a 12, 13-year-old that you're like, what did he just say? And he's 30s, mid-30s. Like, that's...
He needs... Okay, so Unfortunately, the raw truth about it is that until his mom passes, he's never going to find love, because now she's like...
But I think even after that, because I think he's going to compare women to everything that his mom was doing for him. Like, what if he finds a woman that doesn't know how to cook?
Well,
I think they'll belittle
what do they
her
cook?
for
We
it.
always watch them, and they always cook steak. They always cook the same dish. They always cook the same dish. So I think by now, Colt already seen how to cook that damn steak that his mom, mom cooks.
He may not cook it.
We don't want a Janet Jackson.
He just may not even know how to warm the pan to cook the steak. I don't know. You never know. You never know what he's not capable of doing, because his mom does so much for him.
Okay.
And I mean, he's even admitted that she does his laundry sometimes, which is all the time. Yeah. He just didn't want to admit it. So,
in real time, Jess and Cole are not together. The mom did some Vanessa is watching the cat trick.
She did that on purpose.
Yeah, she did. She admitted she did it on purpose. She did it. She admitted to the producers, "Hey, I did it on purpose to make sure my son is not going to be with this woman that she doesn't want her to be." And to be honest with you, I think his mom already had a predetermined view of how Brazilian women are from Larissa. So she already went there with half the her mind made up on what this woman's going to be. Then just confirmed it with the way that she was acting, with the way when she like talking about sex from like right off the plane.
Yeah.
So,
but
of course, and then being rude after that. So, no.
Well, her being rude to his mom, that should have been the end of it for her. Like, he should have been like, "That's enough. That's the line."
But he didn't stand for his mom that much.
I don't know. He's so
he didn't stand up for his mom.
Like, he's such a mama's boy, but then he doesn't have a backbone to stand up to even Larissa.
Yeah, when Larissa was doing whatever.
When Larissa would call his mom the B word, he would just sit on the couch and adjust his glasses 500 times. Until the
time he got some liquor from out the cabinet.
Yeah, what is that going to do? Nothing.
But, yeah, he's not really... I think he's unsure about certain things. I don't think he's ever gonna be able to do it right now. But I think he wants his freedom a little, because look, he went off to Chicago to go meet this woman.
I think Colt needs like an older woman, like someone who already has had her kids, maybe divorced, her kids are grown and out of the house. And then he could just enjoy. I don't see him ever being a father.
Well, he's with Vanessa now, in real life, in like real time. I mean, he's with Vanessa. So it's another spoiler alert. I already spoiled it, but he's with Vanessa. Oh, my dog just jumped off the couch. But he's with Vanessa. Who, if he wanted to really be with her, he would have been with her, because he already had sex with her before.
No, I think he likes this multiple women thing. Yes,
and I
think he liked the attention that he was getting from Jess, and the things she would say to him. I'm sure Colt has never had a woman say, "Oh, I want to have sex with you all the time." Yeah. Like, that just doesn't seem like it's a very common thing to happen to him. She seen him in a
Speedo, and she wanted to have his baby right after that. Can you imagine Colt with a baby?
No.
What he's gonna name the baby? Because he's already a Colt, so what he's gonna name the baby? His name becomes Stallion, and the baby's name becomes Colt.
Colt is not a stallion.
All right, let's move on from them, because we could do a whole episode about them, but we'll do maybe an episode about Colt and Jess, and then maybe an episode about Angela and Michael some later time. All right, so let's find somebody from the other way. Let's find Jess and Summit. Jen and Summit. Samit?
She says his name. Submit. She calls him everything. So I don't know how to pronounce his name. You don't know how to pronounce his name.
I just call him Summit. So Summit and Jen is still trying to figure out if he's ever going to get a divorce. And Jen went over there to India again without finding if she's better off going to Indiana. She won't have to give up her whole life savings and stuff. But she went to India, and Summit doesn't have this divorce
it's not even pending. He still owes another $10,000 Because remember, he had to pay $20,000, and he said his dad gave him the first $10,000. So he has to come up with the other
10,000 American or Indian?
That I'm not sure about. But even so, he's not working, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Half these guys are not working.
I don't know. I don't know.
So they're like trending like flatline because it's like.
I believe that they love each other. I think that their circumstance is just not. It's not going to make anything easier for them, and I don't think that they're going to end up together because I don't see him ever officially getting an actual divorce, and she's going to get tired of waiting around for him. So she'll just move back here. But unfortunately, she's moving back to nothing.
This is the problem, okay? She gave up her life savings. There's no more life savings left for her.
Yeah.
Right? She's 60 years old. She's probably the oldest person in the show.
She has such a good heart, though.
That's why I don't think she's gonna go with this again. So this is what's gonna happen. She's gonna get her heart broken again this season, right? And she's gonna still, because she invested. She's this late in the game. You're in the fourth quarter. You can't come up with a different game plan now. It's over. You're in the fourth quarter. You gotta go with a game plan. It gotta stick. It gotta work. And so she's gonna push this. She's going to spend whatever money, and then you know what I think is going to happen? She's going to ask for money from her daughters soon. I think. Do you feel that? Like, do you see? I feel that's going to happen soon. I think she's going to ask for money from her daughters, and because to help him get the other 10,000. Because I think I fell asleep on that part.
That is something that she should have did when she was still here and still working. She should have said, okay, so you have to get a divorce before I come because I want to see the paperwork that it's at least already started. So how much do you have to pay? Okay, my dad's gonna pay $10,000. I have to pay another $10,000. She should have said, "I will help you." I don't agree that she should give him the whole thing because he should be working. He's in his own country. There's no reason for him to not be working.
I don't even know how he got that apartment that they got in. But
show money, probably.
Okay.
I mean, I know that as far as I know, I think just the Americans get paid, and then it's up to them to give
money to the.
To their
international person.
Yeah.
But Summit, now she met him through a weird way. He catfished her.
Yeah, that right there would have been enough for me. I would have been like, no, thanks.
To believe in I'm somebody else. So they should have been a catfish instead of a 90-day fiance to begin with.
Yeah.
Then, he got her. He's in her head. She's not going anywhere. No matter if this if this don't work again, she's not going nowhere. Trust me, because she got catfished into this. She's 60. She feels like she can't move nowhere else. She can't move on to anybody else. She likes what she likes. She likes Indian guys in particular. So she's going to stick with Summit, even if he
she should go with the brother.
The brother, yeah, she was like. So okay, so all right, so we're done with Summit and Jen. So we're gonna go to We're not going to get into Paul and Karina yet. So we're not going to get into Paul and Karina yet because there's other news about them that came out off the show. But we can go into that now if you want because it's a lot.
Let's go to somebody easier.
Tanya Sinjin. Let's get that out of the way. Tanya Sinjin.
I like Sinjin.
I like Sinjin too. He drinks a little bit. Everybody else drinks a little bit.
He's stressed.
He's in America, different country.
He's uncomfortable. He started off bad. He started off living in his mother-in-law's shed, which was basically a storage room that he was responsible for cleaning.
That he had to clean.
Yeah. So he started off annoyed. So I get it.
Yeah. So I think Sinjin tries. He has a great heart. Cool dude. I would love to have a beer with him. Tanya, kind of weird energy with her. She tries to be one way, but then she proves to be another way. She goes off and does something in Costa Rica for 30 days. They have 90 days to get married. Mm-hmm. So out of those 90 days, she cut in 1/3 of it, made it only 60 days by going away for 30 days to learn some witchcraft.
I wonder if that
stuff
comes
in Costa
up when
Rica.
they're arguing.
I definitely hold that. I mean, I don't want to hold anything against anybody, but if I had to and I was going to, I'm going to be like, hey, listen, you did this, blah, blah, blah. You left me here and I was here alone. So blah, blah, blah. I was here with your mom. I was here in the shed in a cold-ass Connecticut. Out of coming from South Africa. So it's weird. They have a weird dynamic.
And I don't think St. John thought she was going to be so reliant on him because it seems like she really does depend on him for everything.
Yeah, like, physically, mentally, because she was making it seem like she had her stuff together. Yeah. And in actuality, she doesn't have her stuff together.
But I do think she has the ability to be that person.
Yeah, like she does.
She seems like a strong-minded person, but she's
she
not
doesn't
acting
apply
like
herself.
it.
She procrastinates and she like the whole. She proved her what she is from the shed incident. When he came to America and the shed wasn't ready to be lived in. That right there, I'm like, wow, because you're here, you're not really working. So why the shed couldn't be up and running and in living condition for us by the time I got here, and it never was.
I think she wants like the traditional husband and wife, like back in the 50s, where the husband did like all the manual labor.
I get it, but they both from America. But you're talking about people that both live in the same country compared to somebody that's coming from a whole different world to America now. So you have to have a pillow for him to lay his head on when he gets here. He didn't have that.
She should have made it more welcoming and comfortable for him. Like, instead of just, it is what it is, you figure it out kind of thing. Because that's really what she did to him.
Dictating how to put stuff up and then leaving him for another 30 days. But that's the other season. So now they're in South Africa. He went to visit his brother who had some compound fracture injury and a blood clot after that. And was in ER in a certain situation where he needed to go he had to go see him right away. So the brother was there, and she, they seem like they're fine.
She should have let him go by himself though.
Yeah.
You could tell he was homesick.
Yeah, he was homesick. Should have
let him go by himself and spend time with his family without having to entertain her on top of it.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to entertain, but I think I get why she went. Mm-hmm. Their relationship was going down a little bit here. It was stagnant here. She went to go to spice things up and change things up a little bit.
But absence makes the heart grow fonder. She should have let him go and, maybe clear his head. Yeah. And think about what he wants to do. Maybe she should have did the same.
Okay. So let's move on from them because they're like everybody else flatlining, and it is what it is. So Tim and I can never say this woman's name correct. Melissa. Yes, she's Spanish. So my girlfriend is
I don't like it.
Huh?
I don't like it.
She's half Honduras, half
25% Honduran, Greek, Italian, Polish.
Yeah,
a little bit of how much.
And she speaks Spanish like semi-fluently or something like that.
Just enough to get me through work.
All right, so she knows how to say all the Colombian stuff. So Melissa. So Melissa and Tim, Tim cheated on Melissa. So you say her name. I don't know her name. So Mel. So he cheated on Mel. Tim cheated on Mel when he was in America, in Texas.
Which is surprising because she's pretty for him.
Yeah, she's he.
I mean, the fact that his nickname is Cheese Stick is.
Cheese, and he has a support cat.
Just what every woman wants, a man with a support cat.
A fat support cat. The cat is like 60 pounds.
The cat is super cute though.
It can't take 3 steps without needing a defibrillator to.
Well, I think that's why he like wears it like one of those old school foxes that the women used to like wrap around their neck.
He wears the cat on his neck?
Yeah, remember when he was in the pet store, the cat was like here?
He's gonna fall over. But
back problems.
But he's so Tim cheated on her while he was here in America, which I don't really get either, but I think he's kind of a little bit out of his league, but it is what it is. I'm not here to judge, but anyway, Tim is now in Colombia, meeting the family and everything. They wasn't really showing much about them, so we don't have emotional investment in them that much because it wasn't showing much about them.
I don't think they're gonna last.
First 4.
And I actually think that she brought him to Colombia to torture him. Yeah, to slowly torture him and really, show him the damage that he caused by cheating. She wants him to feel a lot of guilt every day. Every day he better wake up and
feel his pain.
Feel guilty, yes.
Okay. All right. I don't have much to say about them. He met with the family. He met with the mom and the dad and the sister. The dad seems like he doesn't really know much about it, but the mom definitely does, and she was staring a hole through him.
Yeah,
the dad was cool, and the mom was not cool. I think the dad should have read that vibe from the mom, and then, you know.
But supposedly they're going to tell the dad. I mean, if
he's going to meet with the dad to tell the dad.
Yes.
This week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that that's necessary. Like, I feel like it's not something that absolutely needs to happen. So I don't really understand why she's forcing him. Like, I understand she wants to be, honest with her parents and close with them. But come on.
Yeah.
Do you really need that to happen?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think they're going to last too. I think he's a little slowish.
Yes.
In the way that he moves and thinks.
Yeah.
He could be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But he's like kind of happy-go-lucky.
I feel like he just needs to end it now. Like
his life?
He's No. I feel like because he's already, he's been in Colombia for 3-4 days. He's already cried about 4 or 5 times.
Well,
so
he cried when the car was small because his cat wouldn't fit in the back.
I would have cried too. She brought those dogs there to pick him and his bags up in basically one of those little Tykes cars.
Where was the cat though when the dogs was in there? Because I didn't see the cat.
He had the carrier in between his feet on the floor, I think.
I think she totally doesn't like the guy.
Yeah, I think she's trying to torture him in every way possible.
Trying to make the cat eat the dog eat his cat.
It's the poor cat, and then he'll have no choice
in front of him
to need her.
But let's move on from them too, because
there's not much to say.
No, it's not much about them. They just really got in depth in them in the last week and a half, so it's not really much. So then, if going back to Happily Ever After, this is hot, and this is hot. So let's go to here and get this out the way. Tom and Darcy, right? It's Tom and Darcy. That's it. All right, next. Other way. So who do we have another?
Darcy is, I don't know. I don't like Tom, but
nobody likes Tom.
Darcy, I feel like she just needs to find somebody here that she can date for a little bit, and
she's not going to date an American. There has to be a foreigner, somebody she could use. Like, hey, I'm dating a foreigner. Ha ha! Look how special I am.
She thinks it gives her some sort of like
validation.
Status. Yeah.
So it's because she went from Jesse to Tom because her sister dates a Turkish guy, right? Or engaged to a Turkish guy.
Isn't he Albanian?
I thought it was in Turkey. Or Albania. There was an Albanian?
I think he's Albanian.
Okay. So,
Fabian?
Yeah.
I don't know. It starts with an F.
So anyway, they have a new show coming out. Her and her sister, next Sunday? Mm-hmm. Stacy and Darcy.
Next Sunday, not this coming Sunday.
Okay. So they have a show coming out. So it's going to go deeper into their life. So we're not going to stay long on them. Darcy, the crying fountain of youth is just the person.
I think she needs to go with a non-British guy because British men, they don't like all that crying. Like Tom even said, he's like, English people are not very emotional, and then you got Darcy who's overly emotional. It's never gonna mix well.
So I don't know. She's gonna go foreign. It's not gonna be American. So. We'll just let her be. But anyway, Tom and Darcy.
She's a Dominican guy.
There you go. There you go.
Put her wigs on for her.
Do her eyebrows and all of this stuff, and then
he'll shape
keep
them up
moving.
with a straight razor.
But she's Darcy and Tom is totally split. They're never gonna. I don't think they're ever gonna see eye to eye. That's totally not a relationship. There's no reason why they should have them. I felt the reason they should have had them on this season. We were over them as an audience.
I think they were pumping Darcy up for her show.
I got you.
Yeah, they have to do what's best for the network.
No, it makes sense. They're actually thinking about it. It makes actually a lot of sense because rating-wise, to me, it's a bathroom break or when they come on because or snack break because truthfully, Darcy should get an endorsement from Kleenex. And like puffs or soft or whatever, and just make money off of that. But Anyway, let's move on from them because.
But wait, I just want to say something about Darcy. She is a great mom, but at the same time, she's promoting such.
Weakness.
She's giving such bad examples to her daughter between the men that she's choosing and her behavior on national TV and the amount of plastic surgery that she's having to please the next guy because she's not doing it for her.
Low self-esteem.
Yeah.
So she's promoting low self-esteem to the kids and everything like that. But I think they do see through that because the kids seem like a little strong-willed and a little strong-minded. So I think they do see through that a little bit. So hopefully that doesn't affect them in the way that you assume it would affect them.
Yeah.
So finally, let's move on from them.
Yes,
and Tom is kind of a little douchey. And please, by all means, don't bring back Jesse.
Yeah. He was more into himself, I think, than Tom.
Jesus Christ, that guy is like
he loved himself. Nobody could love Jesse as much as Jesse.
If he could self-hug himself, and he would self-hug himself, self-kiss himself, other things, but no, you have to get rid of your ribs. So who we want to get from the other way?
Let's do Jae-hoon and...
No, okay, all right. So Jae-hoon, another backboneless gentleman, with like literally got their backbone like surgically removed out of their back. He has no backbone at all. He doesn't try for his kid. Does he know he has a child? Do you think he know yet?
I was so surprised when he said, "Oh, I didn't take you serious because you were over there." You know she was pregnant with your child. So...
One time I didn't take you serious because you were sitting all the way on the couch over there. And I was like, you know what? She's way too far to take serious right now. So I'm just going to not take her seriously. That dude's, yeah. That dude's oblivious.
He has like Peter Pan syndrome.
What is that?
He doesn't ever want to grow up.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't ever want... Even if he has a kid, he doesn't ever want to... Like, he doesn't look like he even takes care of the baby. Like,
I told you. He doesn't know he has a child. She has to keep informing him, hey, yo, you know you have a child.
Yeah.
She has to keep, like, literally informing him, like, hey, you know your father, right? Like, same thing with Asuelo. Like, I don't know who's worse.
I've never seen Jae-hoon interact, like, change a diaper. I mean, but again, we only see this much of their life. But... it always looks like the baby is in Devin's arms.
Yeah, Devin's family. All right, so I want to say I do like Jae-hoon's father.
Yes.
I think he got it. He understands the situation. He understands what's fully going on. He knows it, but he just don't have no say in it because the mom is dominant. Jae-hoon's mom is just bullying everybody through the show. You'll see in the sneak preview. I know we're saying a lot of things that wasn't seen yet because if you go in a sneak peek on the TLC channel app, you will see that they have a sneak peek and stuff like that, and certain things that we've seen already. But Jae-hoon's mom is totally like, I think she's over Devin and Devin's mom.
Well, I think because the mom did say that she would prefer that he's with a Korean woman.
Yeah.
And Devin, she just needs to accept that and realize that she's never going to get the mom's full blessing. She accepts Devin because she's the mother of the grandson. Yeah,
and that's pretty much it. It's not really going to go any further than that. But Devin and Jae-hoon, to me, is something that...
I don't understand why they had to have to talk with the parents there. Why couldn't he talk to his wife without the parents sitting right there? The translator is not going to work that fast to get all four people's point across. The dad actually sat and listened to everything that she had to say. The mom, she didn't care what she had to say. It was about her son. Her son was right. She's money hungry, and that's it.
One thing I'm surprised about, though, and you'll probably see, like I said, there's a lot of spoilers, but you'll probably see after this week coming up, that the Jae-hoon came back in, told the mom, hey, listen, I need the $3,000, which is $2.53 in U.S. money.
I hope you meant American money, but it didn't look...
it looked Koreanish, but
but I hope that equaled the 3,000 in
American.
Yeah,
which is like probably like 300,000. No, more than that. Probably like 3 million It's 3 million Korean because
Won.
if 3,000.
Won is Korean money.
What?
Won.
Won?
WON. However you say that. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Won. So, what was my point? So Jae-hoon told his mom, "Hey, listen, I need that $3,000 to go give to her because she did say, Devon said, prove it to me that you love me. Give me $3,000 or whatever like that. If you say some stuff like that to me, I'll be like, I guess I don't love you. But it's just I don't have $3,000 to give you.
Well, if you had it, you better fork it over.
But he went and got the $3,000. And the mom gave it to him. So I was surprised that she did. Because I thought she would have fought him on that when he came in and asked for it.
I think if the cameras weren't there, she would have fought him on it. I
thought she would be like, no, I'm not giving that to her. Or I'm not giving it to you. Why
but she did make that snarky comment of, oh, you have to pay her to stay.
Yeah.
So.
Which. It's weird. It's a weird.
No, because she literally wasted her entire savings. He didn't buy nothing apparently for the baby.
No, he didn't buy nothing. He got the house. She bought the apartment. She paid
for 1 month of the apartment.
Still.
But
he didn't even know how the apartment looked because he's living over there. And he didn't even go over there and take a look at it.
But she's saying that he didn't even contribute while she was pregnant.
Yeah.
So this whole time she's paying for everything. Of course she's gonna be sick of it. Of course, any woman would. Even if she was with an American man, she would be tired of it.
Yeah. So Jae-hoon and Devin, I don't think that's gonna last. I think Devin tried enough with him. She's still young enough that, hey, she got 2 kids. She's only 23. She's not a bad-looking woman. She could probably move on and find something bigger and better.
She looks so different in pictures than she does on the
does.
show.
Well, the pictures are all dolled up. She's going, and every situation you see on the show is through a depression type of look. So she could get back in the gym and work out her body if she gets some time to put the kids down. But
she doesn't.
She doesn't have that time. So I don't think Jae-hoon would sit down and watch the kids even if he came back to America.
I wouldn't trust him to watch the baby.
No, I trust Asuelo more to run a daycare before Jae-hoon.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. So let's move on from them. They're not going to do anything. I think her parents are not going to have it. Jae-hoon's parents are not going to have it. Well, the mom. And I think Devin's mom is just over Korea from the get-go, from the time she landed.
Yeah, but she's very close-minded, it seems.
Oh, yeah, she's a close-minded person. So let's move back to the Happily Ever After. And we have 3 more people left. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it like an hour or so, or maybe under an hour. But we got Andre and Libby, or we got Paul and Karini, or we got Larissa and Eric. You want to get Larissa and Eric out the way?
Yeah.
Because Larissa's life is totally in the can.
She did not expect to move to America and it'd be like that.
She is better off in Brazil not saying everybody in Brazil's in the hut. Sorry, Tiffany, but but it's like she's better off like in the Amazon jungle than this because this is dumb. It's like it's like what the hell is going on with her? Everything is everything is crazy. That's what I meant to say. Everything is crazy.
Yeah, everything is crazy. And the fact that she admits that her face cost her $10,000.
What face?
You're homeless and you have $10,000 worth of fillers in your face.
But what the hell? But why? But like, what happened though? Like because there's nothing. Her face doesn't look $10,000-ish. It looks
but if you're starting
$10-ish. Like it doesn't.
But if you're starting off from, something not so great, fillers just fill your face in. It doesn't change, your actual bone structure. So when the fillers start to fade, your face is gonna look different. Like the swelling goes down, things look less full. Like
she looks it's her eyes always look dark under the eyes. Like
she's stressed. You can tell she's super stressed.
She looks cold, and the crazy thing though, the one that I still can't get over, is that Eric said that she don't take enough showers. Cole and Eric.
So embarrassing.
That is, and then the fact that she just said it on TV, like I would have probably edit that part myself. I wouldn't even say that part, but she said it. She's the one who said it.
Well, because I think she's trying to say he accuses me of not taking a shower, but.
And what is her Timothy? They keep talking about Timothy.
Intimacy.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what. Oh, okay. But
like
Eric Key and Colty is very
Okay, here's the thing. When you break up with somebody, you really shouldn't talk about your sex life with that other person.
No,
like,
sex life is...
Whether you're famous, not famous, and especially him, knowing that people are going to know who she is because she is one of the bigger stars
She's
to come on this
show. On that show.
He had to have known that it was going to come back to her, all these things that he was saying.
Yeah.
So he wanted her to know that he said these things because he just probably didn't care, because he probably didn't think he was ever going to get back with her. So now that he is back with her, I hope he feels stupid that he said all these things.
Yeah, well, he does, and he's trying to backtrack right now and trying to make because she's living there and everything. But then
that's the only thing he has over her, that she's living there. And her friend is upset with her, but I think she can go back.
Yeah, Carmen. So now I got it when she moved back in, why he was like, this is your room and this is my room, because she doesn't take showers.
Well,
but I got it, so I understood.
She wanted that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's good, because they said the sex life wasn't that great anyway, but
she actually said her and Colt had sex all the time, or he wanted sex all the time.
Yeah.
And I guess.
Well, he's getting that with Jess.
Do you think Eric is gay? Or trying to hide?
I think he's masking something, man, because he's not really like I always felt that way, because he's a little flamboyant. Like when he came on the Pillow Talk, the Tell All a few seasons ago, he came on and he was like it was like more like, hey, I'm proving a point.
He's very animated.
Yeah.
In every situation, the ones that even don't require him to be so out there.
But he's cheap. So maybe he's not gay.
Because Larissa's probably a gold digger. Like, look at who's calling him cheap.
Wait, no, but he bought the phone from, that might be David's car. The David that's there, the other David.
No, because when he went on a date with Larissa, I think it was this season, when he went on a date with her, he pulled up in like a newer sort of sedan. I think it was a Honda. I'm not 100% sure about that.
Well, he's a t-shirt wearer, just like me. I'm not cheap, but he's a t-shirt. All he wears is t-shirts everywhere. I don't know. He might be a gamer. I don't know what he is, because the friend David's a gamer. She's a gamer. They might all click on that level or whatever.
Yeah.
They're nerds and stuff like that. Not saying there's nothing wrong to be a nerd, but they are who they are. But
she's a self-proclaimed nerd.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's all over the map, because she wants to be a gold digger. Her negotiating skills suck from first season and stuff.
Remember, she's like, I want $1,000 a month. Okay, $200 is good.
Yeah. No, Cole was like, let's do a little bit less than that. She said, okay, $200. How the hell you cut it in beyond half? Like, you 1/8 of 1/5 of what it was. You're 1/5 of what you originally went in there for. So all she really wanted to be in was $200, but just aim high and then hopefully get low.
That's pretty good. $200 a month. I don't know. So, that just barely covers nails and waxing.
So that's all she wanted. So, Larissa is more like right now homeless.
She's a couch surfer now.
She's a couch surfer, professional couch surfer. Eric now bought a phone off of her.
No, he didn't say that he bought it
from her. He borrowed it from her.
She said that she lent it to him. But at the same time, okay, if my phone broke and if you had one, I would just borrow it from you. What's the point in buying a new phone if a newer one is being given to you for nothing? And but with the base of, you have to give it back when you do get a new one. Okay, so there's no rush to get a new one.
But where there's smoke, there's fire. He's like, she said he's cheap. I don't think. Okay, we all know Colt's cheap because he bought one room in the hotel.
I think he tries to be cheap. I think it doesn't always work in his favor.
But I never really heard of. Did she ever call him cheap?
Yes.
Okay.
Because when she was getting her original fillers put in, he was complaining about the price, number one, because it is expensive. I think it was like $600 for them or something. And she had made a comment when she was done, I hope I come back his next paycheck. And He didn't seem too thrilled with that statement.
No one's ever gonna be thrilled about that. Even if you have money for out the ass, you're not gonna be happy about that. But her life is like in shambles right now. We don't know what's gonna happen with her. She's gonna know she's going back to Carmen next week. Is she gonna be back with Carmen? If Carmen let her in, at least Carmen let us speak to her. So that's a win by itself right there. But I feel like now she can't go back and forth now. If you go back with Carmen,
she's too old to be doing this.
That's a wrap. You have freaking 3 kids that's probably living better in Brazil than you are right now. Mm-hmm. So she needs to stop this madness. So let's move on back to the other way. And let's hit on Ken and Armando, the first male gay couple in the 90 Day Fiance season before we had Stephanie, right?
Stephanie and Erica.
Yeah. Stephanie and Erica, which was the first bisexual female couple or whatever. And so we got Ken and Armando. Apparently Kenneth's over there now in Mexico and stuff, and Armando is not really like being open about like.
I think he's gonna have a really, really tough time living there.
Yeah.
If it lasts.
Yeah. So.
I think their relationship would last more than him living over there, because I don't think he's cut out to live over there.
Kenneth, because Kenneth has germ issues where he don't like certain things.
Germ issues, and he doesn't understand that you can't just be so openly gay everywhere that's not America. Like, Mexico is not everywhere is so open-minded and accepting, and you know, I think if I was him, I would really consider Armando's opinion more, because he grew up there. He knows the culture. He knows a lot more than Kenneth, and he needs to stop pushing him to show these outside things that don't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay. So here's another thing. The age difference. It always comes down to, besides being...
He looks great for his age.
Yeah, it's freaking phenomenal for his age. Yeah. But to be... First, okay, most of these things, they're away in a different country with a different culture. Okay, boom, that's one dilemma that you get over. Then a few of these couples have a huge age difference of at least 15 years or more, maybe 20 years. So with that, a lot of times, the person that's older have an issue of like, hey, my time's running out, where Armando's like more like, hey, I got all this time in the world. I could, we could just chill out, let things unfold slowly. Whereas the other person feel like, hey, things need to be progressed a little bit quicker. So with that, sometimes the other person comes off more aggressive. Let's say Angela. Let's say Kenneth.
I don't think that's the case here, though.
Let's say Jen and Summit. But those are usually the more aggressive ones, the older ones. Angela, Kenneth,
but I think
and
it's
Jen.
The older ones because they're more secure with themselves, and especially
Angela's not secure with herself.
That's right.
Angela's not secure with herself, and Jen, to an extent, is not secure with herself. I'd say Kenneth is probably the most secure one with herself. Angela has a lot of insecurities.
Yeah, she does.
Because she can't even sit down with 3 women and have a conversation with her man there, or he can't be on a boat with a woman, and she
all the way across the boat,
and she's not even, and she's just in the background picture. She might have been a waitress.
Yeah.
So no, she's not secure. So I don't think security is an issue. I think it's more like the fact that they're fighting Father Time is more of an issue when it comes down
to. But they're not trying to have any babies, Kenneth and Armando. But
they already have their kids. But it's just like everybody feel this whole show is based on marriage.
Yeah.
90 Day Fiance. Mm-hmm. It's based on reaching the finish line, which is marriage. So it all comes down to, are we going to get married or are we not going to get married, live together, be in the same country together, and be happily ever after. Mm-hmm. So it all comes down to that. Only a select few or a handful...
None of them seem happy, though. None of them seem happy.
None of them. Only a handful make it there. Alexi and Lauren, Robin, Annie and David. Only a handful make it there where it's never an issue no more. But to me, the cultural difference, the country difference, the distance, and the age difference, I think all these things factor into these things not working out the way that it should be.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and I think that's what's going to be the downfall for Armando and Kenneth. If it doesn't work out, I think Kenneth's going to try to get engaged to Armando, and then we'll see if that work out. It's still going. Don't worry, we got 5 minutes. So stop at 60 minutes. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. This is called part 1. Okay, we're gonna end it here. We have a few more people to talk about. We have Andre and Libby, Paul and Karini. Paul and Karini got some juicy stuff.
More dramatic people.
Yeah, well, and Brittany and Yazin, and Baby and Ariella. Right, and then we're gonna talk about pillow talk and everything like that. We're gonna also talk about 90-day strike back and all that other stuff. Okay, but we're gonna end at this today. We already 55 minutes in. We spoke about a lot. We got more things to talk about. And thank you for our first episode of 90-Day Fiance, the deep dish. If you have anything that you want to talk about, if you want to ask us questions and stuff, leave information in a comment. I'll also leave a description of where to contact us via email and stuff like that if you want to ask us questions and stuff like that. This is Nicole King. I'm Devrell Davis, your host. And thanks for staying with us today. And we'll talk to you all later, all right? Peace.
Bye.